Hello folks, in today's video I'm going to be showing you exactly how to perfectly and effectively clean your Tesla, or really any car for that matter. I just have to say Tesla in the title, otherwise the views don't do as well. So I'm going to show you what products I'm using exactly. These are high quality products, and also please note I am sponsored by Silex, so down in the description if you use my code you'll save 25% off of their products. So let's jump into the video. So let's take a look at the products first. Starting on the left, we have Brake Buster and Bug Off, both from P&S Detailing. The spray bottles are both from Walmart. The brushes are from Chemical Guys. The bucket is also from Chemical Guys, along with the sponges. The applicator pad is from Adams. The ceramic quick detailer is from Silex, along with the soap, tire shine, interior cleaner, and interior ceramic coating, all coming from Silex. You also notice that I have the Sunjo pressure washer. This is something that's not totally necessary, but because I like to clean my cars so much, it's something I purchased. It's not going to help you clean your car any more effectively. It does help get some grime off the car at times, but overall I find myself not using it as much because it's more of a hassle to set up than it's actually worth to get your car clean. What's most important here is because I live in Arizona and the house is not hooked up with a soft water filter, is I got an RV filter to filter out the hard water before it hits the car, reducing water spots and making drying the car a lot easier. The first thing we're going to focus on is removing the bugs and other grime from a recent road trip I just took in the Tesla. You'll see I spray the pressure washer on here to get the surface wet, but you'll also notice the bugs are not going to come off just by pressure washing it. That's why you do need this stuff to actually remove it, the Bug Off by P&S. So I will then spray it on, and then I have a sponge that is totally dedicated for this job specifically. Basically, after the sponge breaks down from me washing the car, I then move it to have a specific duty for cleaning the car. The reverse side of the sponge has some rough edges which help move the bugs off the car more effectively after this stuff soaks in. While the tar and bug remover is soaking, I then move over to the bucket and pour in the Silex soap that I will be using to wash the entire exterior of the car. Now that the tar and bug remover has had 1 to 2 minutes to soak into the front of the bumper, you'll notice how easy it is for me to remove them from the front of the bumper with my dedicated sponge. I'm not pressing too hard, but also note that I have paint protection film along the entire front of this car, so I could push in as hard or scratch as hard as I need to, and it is self-healing, so I'm not going to damage the front of the car. If you don't have paint protection film, I just recommend you don't press that hard on the car and either spray on more product or just wait till you actually do the full exterior wash with the regular soap. Now that I've gone over the entire front bumper with the sponge, it's time to pressure wash it again, not only to remove any remaining bugs, but also to remove any remaining tar and bug remover that's on the front. This gives me a fresh coat, that way when I go to clean the car with the exterior soap, I'm not mixing these soaps. Now on to my favorite part of cleaning a car, and that is cleaning the wheels and tires. I'm actually going to take the pressure washer along the tires first to get off the dirt and dust from going off-road. And again, this is something you don't want to put a ton of pressure on the sidewall of the tires with the pressure washer. It can actually weaken the sidewall, so you can just see I'm briefly touching on them and moving quickly on to the next section. I'll do the same to all 4 tires. Now that the wheels have been sprayed off, we're able to take the P&S Brake Buster and spray it starting around the tires, moving our way into the rims. After this, I take an old wheel cleaning brush that has been used for an extended amount of time. The bristles have softened, making them less effective. This is specifically for cleaning off tires. The green bristled brush is specifically for cleaning off rims. Once you're satisfied with both scrubbing the wheel and the tire totally clean, you can go ahead and take your hose and remove the remaining residue of soap that's on the tire and the rim. You do not want this to dry on there. Also note, I've diluted my solution at 2:1 because Teslas don't produce that much brake dust due to the regenerative braking. On a normal car, I recommend you use P&S at full force. Now that the tedious exterior work is complete, we're going to go ahead and spray the pressure washer all over the car to remove any dirt or dust to reduce micro scratching when using the sponge. Also note how the water just repels off of the windows here. The reason for that is because of the Hydrosilix ceramic window cleaner that I use repels the water extremely well. You can imagine how well it works in a rainstorm. Now that it's time to run the sponge over the car and get the suds everywhere, one thing I've learned is you're simply holding the sponge in place so it doesn't fall on the ground. What I mean by this is you're not pressing into the paint to remove any of the dust, dirt, or grime. You're simply dragging it along to lightly remove whatever is on the paint. If you're washing your car on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, then you will not need to be pressing hard into your paint to remove anything. Again, I do have paint protection film. I can press as hard as I want, but for the example of this video, I just want to make sure everyone is not pressing into their paint, because on cars that are black or dark blue, you'll be able to see these swirls over time, which is essentially what you're trying to avoid by hand washing your car as opposed to going to the car wash. Now that I've cleaned the front half of the car, I'm going to go ahead and spray some water on it and get any remaining soap off of the car. The reason I'm doing it before I've washed the entire car is because in Arizona it's so hot and I don't want any of the soap to dry on the car. Feel free to wash the entire car and then spray it off with a hose after you've washed it, right before you dry it. In this segment here, I just wanted you to see where I start on the A-pillar with the sponge. I then squeeze out the sponge to get the suds running down the side of the car. I can then use that as lubricant and let those suds work while I'm cleaning off the different panels of the car. Drying your car is arguably the most important part of the car washing process. This is the GT Shine Twist Towel, and I am not sponsored by them. This is simply the best possible drying towel you can use. You can see how lightly I'm dragging across the car. Again, you don't want to be pressing on your car to create micro scratching. And we'll do a little zoom in here after I do this swipe, and you can see it perfectly dries the car. Now, this is not the first time I'm using this towel. It's gone through the washer and everything. It works well time after time. I highly recommend this. After I've completed this initial once over of drying the car, I'll actually get in and take a quick spin around the block. This gets water out of any sitting areas that I can't get to. It also releases water from the wheel wells, and then I'll pull it back into the driveway. It's now time to finish off the wheels. I'm currently spraying distilled water onto the rims to get away any water marks. I'm also using a Kirkland towel that's totally dedicated to the wheels and nowhere else on the car to move this around and just get any water marks and really make the wheel pop. Following getting all water marks out of the wheel well, I'll be using the Hydrosilix Tire Shine and Conditioner to really finish off the wheel and tire itself. Putting tire shine on your car is one of the last things you want to do, and if you know you're going to drive your car later in the day, I would wait until you're going to park the car for the rest of the evening and then put your tire shine on. That way it has time to sit and heal and won't sling off the side of the car. I will say though, this stuff is excellent. It doesn't create sling and it's also water-based, so it's not gonna dry rot your tires prematurely. You'll notice they call it a conditioner because it actually helps your tires stay hydrated and protects them because it's silica infused. So everything that they create has some type of ceramic product to it, and this is just another example of that. You'll also see I'm using the Adams applicator pad to get them on, and I've found that this is a great option, just fits in your hand really nicely. Moving on to the interior. Now I obviously have the white interior. Everyone thinks I'm absolutely insane for getting the white interior, but hey, haters are gonna hate, and I'm gonna keep on printing that mother. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened there, but what I was saying is I think it's okay to get the white interior simply because of how easy it is to clean. Now, if you don't want to deal with cleaning or you just like the black interior better, I get it, but if you want the white interior, you're scared about cleaning it, this is going to help change your mind. So I'm going to use the Hydrosilix interior cleaner here, and this is one shot, one clip. I think this took me about 2.5 minutes to do in real time. Spraying it on the left side of there where the line is drawn, and I'm just going to use a horsehair brush. Again, all this will be linked in the description. I'm going to use a horsehair brush you can see on the center console to agitate the seats and really dig the dirt up. I'll then take another Kirkland towel. Again, those I think you can get at Costco. I think that's where I got mine, or you can get them on Amazon. We're just going to agitate the seats, get that dirt lifted up, and this is probably My second favorite part of the video is in terms of before and afters. The wheels are my first. That looked amazing. But this right here, you're going to see the seats look good right now. But when I go and remove that line, you see the before and after. It's pretty shocking. Moving on to the door jambs, I'm cleaning the door jambs with the Hydra-Silex waterless wash. This is also a quick detailer, so you can also use this on the exterior of your car to remove any water spots, or if your car is only dusty, you can use this to kind of give it a full wash. Many people forget cleaning the door jambs, but cleaning the door jambs out is like cleaning out your ass crack. No one's going to ask you to do it, but it's appreciated by all. Now moving on to the windows. Even if you're someone that doesn't like to clean your car, just out of safety, you should be keeping your windows clean so the sun is not gleaming off the windshield, reducing your visibility. Earlier in the video, you saw how well this repels water. It also helps in rainstorms. So when the rain is coming down heavily on the car, it's going to shoot off of your glass more effectively because it's SiO2 infused. It's a ceramic infused product. This works amazingly well. You saw I sprayed the product on, spread it around, flipped the towel over, and buffed out the excess. That's how you get the best results with this product. The final part for me is always vacuuming. This vacuum has been great, and the main reason I like it is because it comes with the proper connections to actually clean a car. So not only does it have the right stuff for the car, you can use it in various other places of your house. It can't just be a single-use item. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum out the carpets and the crevices here. You can see this attachment fits perfectly into these creases, and if I wanted to have a wider mouth on it, I could switch out to the one that you just saw. And with a quick snap of the fingers, you can see what the Hydra-Silex interior cleaner does to these rubber mats. Refreshes them and just gives them a nice finishing look as opposed to the dry look. That pretty much wraps it up for keeping your car perfectly clean. I hope this video was helpful to you in getting the right stuff to make your car cleaning process easier and also make it last longer. Not only will it last longer, you're protecting your paint, you're reducing the chance of fade, and if you ever go to resell your car, the next owner will see that you've taken care of it, and that will give you a higher resale value. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. I'm happy to address any questions that you may have after watching this video, but I hope it helped. Please like the video if you're still with me, and we'll see you soon.